Hello everyone, myself Robin. Welcome to my channel called Beings. In this video, we will understand about Python programming, or you can say the fundamentals of Python programming. And we will start with what is an interpreter, what is a compiler, and then I will show you how to run Python in a terminal base. Yes. So let's begin. So I'm currently working on Mac. So if you open terminal like this, okay, so I'm currently on desktop. So to run Python, it is very simple. It is an interpreter. Okay. So if I run this thing, python and hit the return, which is enter in other keyboards, you can say. So it will showcase something like this. Python 3.9.1.2, which is the version of Python which is installed in my system. So right now what I've just done, let me explain. So basically there are two types of programming languages in a very abstract form. One is an interpreter based language and second is a compiler based language. Okay, so now the question arises, so what is an interpreter and what is a compiler? So think of it like this. A machine understands everything in a binary language, that is the language of zeros and ones. But it is a very tedious task for anyone, particularly a programmer, to write anything in 0 and 1 and be correct with it. I mean, nobody's gonna be, at least not these days. So then what happened? People slowly developed some abstract forms of writing, and then they wrote a piece of program which then converted to the binary code. So the earlier version was assembly language. Okay. Then later we come with basically two type of languages. One is a compiler, another is an interpreter. So in compiler, what happens is whatever we write, it is get converted into some sort of either a binary code or object file or a byte code, which is then converted to a binary language, which then the computer understands and responds based on how we have coded it. But in an interpreter-based language, what actually happens is whatever we write, it is get executed line by line. That is, so I'll just show you. So print is a function which is almost similar in all languages. In this function, whatever we write, it gets written back. For example, hello all. So now this function is getting executed line by line. Line by line means, for example, I want to write two lines. Let's say a is equal to 21 and then print a. So what will happen is the first line will get executed by a interpreter and then the second line will get executed. But in case of a compiler, what will happen is it will compile all the code into either a byte code in case of Java or a binary or object file in case of C, C++. Then that binary file or you can say object file will be run from the programmer side and then we will be able to see the output. But in the interpreter, that's not the case. We can run things line by line. To sum things up, what we learned today, we learned about there's something called a Python programming language, which is sort of an interpreter-based language. It is an interpreter, it is a tool which converts a high-level language written by a programmer, a human being, at least till we don't get a general AI, into binary code, line by line, instead of having a compiler-based approach. I hope the content of this video was useful, and in the next videos we will uh, go into more depth in Python, particularly focusing on integers, floats, strings, and some of their operations. Till then, bye bye, take care.